It's time for a Heroes of the Storm podcast for the rest of us. This is Dirty Casual.
Welcome to Dirty Casual, the Heroes of the Storm podcast for the rest of us. I'm Bearcat, and my two lovely co-hosts are here.
Argyle.
And Big Oakley.
And we are here to help you weather the storm. So, how is everybody doing this week?
Well, it's Tuesday.
That's good.
And I survived Monday.
Mm-hmm. We survived Thanksgiving.
And Friendsgiving.
Yes.
So, I'd say we're doing well.
Mm-hmm.
A-okay.
A-okay?
A-okay.
Did you have a good time with your family?
It was wonderful.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Well, let's see here. There's a lot of hot news this week. We have a lot to kind of go over, as well as some new stuff. Let's start with what we talked about a little bit last week. Did you guys, speaking of Thanksgiving, did you guys get something for Black Friday?
I did not.
Oh.
I had another love come back into my life. Bloodborne took the money that I was going to spend on hot stuff, and I had to buy the DLC instead. So I'm still playing with all of the super basic skins.
But everything's so cheap.
It is so cheap, but I'm still waiting on that paycheck from a new job.
Fair enough.
So I don't have a lot of money to throw at all my games right now.
Understandable.
I did it all for you.
You did.
I did.
What did you get?
You went bonkers.
I did go a little bit bonkers. There was just so much stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's
really
all
was.
so good.
It's so good.
You got that Cutie Pie Jaina, I know that.
Yeah, I got the bundle. I got the second chance bundle.
Was that the only way to get that skin? Was
yeah.
in that bundle? Oh man, that's
how
they get you.
Yeah, I think so. I could be wrong about that, but that one, because I don't think they offer the Winter Jaina throughout the year.
I don't think so.
That's why it's called the second chance bundle. Then the zebra, you couldn't get that either. So, there was a whole bunch of stuff that you just could not get. And so I had to, kind of thing. But yes, Winter Jaina. I've been playing a lot of Winter Jaina because she matches with my white tiger. Also the lunar tiger.
Yeah. Was that part of that bundle too?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a really, really good bundle.
It was really awesome. So I had to pick that up. I picked myself up Brightwing and Monarch Brightwing. Because I've also wanted
adorable.
that. It's so cute.
it's the best skin.
It's so cute. It's
really
way better than that shitty fucking monkey.
That is terrifying.
That is ugly.
I would run away. I would just close the game.
I literally, when they played Brightwing in that skin, you remember on BlizzCon they said that whoever the winning skins are, they're gonna have them on sale, and Brightwing was in that ugly monkey. I was like rooting against them. I'm like, do not win.
Do not win.
I don't want that skin. I don't want that.
Get out of here.
Get out of my life. Yeah, I was really upset. But thank God they didn't. So that didn't happen. I feel like I got more, but mostly, I've just been enjoying the hell out of those winter skins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What did you get? Did you get anything?
I ended up getting the Mechatassadar, which I definitely had planned for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, now you can turn into a plane.
I can become a plane.
Literal transformer.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And I like all the cool effects.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually has a ton of new lines and like totally re-recorded voice. So it's like great value.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that he had a whole bunch of new lines.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
That's what the legendary skins have entirely new lines. They have entirely new animations. They have, they're completely different.
I knew it was different voice and different animations and stuff, but I didn't realize they got more.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
That's super cool.
And then I also ended up getting the Lunar Festival Lily because I've been playing a ton of Lily in just an attempt to get her to 10. And kind of like you, I'm really not too cool on her master skin, so I don't plan on getting that.
No.
And the Lunar Festival skin was super cute, so I decided to go for that. And there's a couple other ones I've been eyeing still because the sale does go through the 8th. We got another week of the sale.
It's not over yet.
So I've been eyeing.
There's still chance. There's still time.
Yeah, there's still time for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do get paid this week. We'll see if everybody takes all my money or if I have like $20 left over.
But I kind of really want Cowboy Raynor.
Yeah.
Oh, Marshall Raynor looks so awesome. That's like my favorite one right now.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm heavily considering also picking up that Judgment mount.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Yeah.
See, I like the mounts, but I already have the coin, and that's the best mount in the video game. Yeah. Why would I want any other mount? Yeah. That's what stopped me. That's literally what stopped me from getting my virtual ticket.
You're like,
because I'm like, why am I going to spend this much money on a card back I'm never going to use in Hearthstone and a mount I might use a couple times in Heroes of the Storm.
Yeah,
I love that. I've got such an allegiance to Blackheart's Bay. You guys will find out. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
my true colors will show throughout this podcast. I'm sure.
You gotta pay up. It's time to fucking.
Argyle is always ready to pay up.
It's true.
He's like, take my money, Blackheart. Yeah. So, I think it's a great sale. I think they probably made bank. I've been seeing skins all week.
Yeah.
Everyone has a skin.
Everyone has a skin.
It's really fun.
It's nice.
Everybody except me.
No,
I'm the
you
only
have
person.
some skins, don't you?
No.
You don't have any?
No.
Oh my, you are a dirty casual.
I told you.
This is the
Oh.
dirtiest casual here.
I have not
You're
spent
dirty.
any money on any skins.
Cheap casual.
Whoa,
Whoa.
that's
That cuts
words
deep.
hurt.
Yeah, I'm
That
sorry.
hurts.
I'm sorry.
I thought you loved me.
This is a toxic environment here.
Who do I report you to? Who is HR?
Not HR, just Blizzard. Report me to Blizzard, get my account banned.
I need a
So-
suspension put on
48-hour
this person.
mute IRL.
So, what else happened last week? The big thing that happened esports wise was Dreamhack.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm. So, Fnatic won Dreamhack, and it was a pretty good series. We watched quite a bit of it together.
Many hours of Heroes was watched over the weekend.
Yeah, it was really fun. What did you guys think of the teams? Did you guys have any particular highlights you liked?
There was probably like my favorite play of the entire night, and I can't. Unfortunately, I can't remember what game it was and who was playing what. I want to believe it was Liquid versus. It might have been against My Insanity.
I believe
My
that's correct.
Insanity.
I think you're talking about the false dad play, right?
No, I'm talking about the everyone hiding in the bush to backdoor.
Oh no, that's
Oh.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good play.
Oh my god, it was so funny just to see like it was like super late in the game. Falstad on one team had like totally distracted the enemy team, and then the rest of Falstad's team was hiding in the bushes by their core.
Waiting for their creep wave to finish off the opponent creep wave so
And
that
then
they wouldn't see them.
And then they just jogged in and attacked the core. Falstad mighty Gus the team to break all their Hearthstones.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
It was great.
There's been a lot of false dad disruption play, especially post BlizzCon.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't noticed very much false dad disruption play until BlizzCon, and then K1 Pro really just, I mean, hammered it home how powerful a tanky flanky kind of false dad can be.
Mhm.
And yeah, that mighty gust is being used a lot. I noticed that people are using it a lot now in quick match and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
The
Um,
problem with that though is like Falstad is a great hero with a coordinated team,
Yes.
or he can be your worst fucking enemy.
Right.
Like, because like
yeah, let's
those
mighty.
teams do Hero League teams where there's going to be a lot of people teamed up. Well, I guess Team League it would be, and then also in pro play, Falstad is great
Because you can call.
exactly.
you
You
can
can call
call it.
shots easily. He's very highly mobile, so you can go to anywhere on the map.
And then you go to quick match.
And then you go to quick match where like suddenly their mighty gust might leave you stranded with like their entire team.
Yeah.
Or like, you know,
Or you drop that sweet ass maw and then Mighty Gus pushes them all out of it.
Right.
And you get nobody.
Mm-hmm.
exactly, stuff like that. So
Right.
I think he's super good in a really good spot right now where he's very strong in the right hands, but still very clumsy in the wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah. There was another really great play involving Falstad from Dreamhack, and it actually involved ETC as well. It was.
This is my favorite play too.
Yeah. So it was a fight on the Infernal Shrines. I don't remember who was playing again. Do you remember?
I think it's My Insanity and
Was it Fnatic?
I think it was Fnatic, but I'd have to double check.
Yeah, I would have to double check on that. Don't quote me on that.
Mhm.
But the
Quoted.
Quoted.
I just
It's in
told
the
you
book.
not to
It's
do
in the
that.
book.
Stop.
You're being downvoted. The episode's not even up,
No.
and we're being downvoted.
Christ.
Yeah.
Anyway, Falstad did a mighty gust from the top lane up towards the corner of the shrine and caught the entire team in it. And it pushed them into the left side, like choke point of that shrine. And as soon as they stopped, you see ETC power slide in from the top and caught 4 of them in a mosh pit.
Yep. All but
Was
I
it
think
a?
Mirrodin.
I don't remember.
Mirrodin
who-
was low. He had to leave.
Yeah,
he
like
couldn't
the-
stay. Yeah,
the
it
fifth
was.
person couldn't stay,
Yeah.
and that allowed them to win.
Yeah.
Like there was nobody up. They had
It was an arcane Punisher. It was
a Punisher they had to fight for. Karazim finished off the shrine while everybody else went and got the camps and pushed the other lanes, and they pushed to win as soon as the Immortal came out.
Yeah, it was sick. It was like Mighty Gust into Mosh Pit into 7-sided strike and then
Yes.
a dead team.
Yep.
And,
It was beautiful.
Excellent. Yeah, I love those. You know, it really shows you. It makes you feel bad, like you play. So, I mean, again, I'm not a pro player by any means, but the incredible amount of positioning it takes to pull off something like that, and what an error that they had made was incredible. It really was all 4 of them. Kael'thas, it was done. Like once that,
Yeah,
happened,
it was Kael'thas and
Arthas.
Raynor and
Raynor.
Arthas, and Uther.
Yes. I think that, and then Meriden, I believe.
Yeah, and Meriden would be the one that didn't get caught. Yeah.
Mhm.
To tell the tale.
Yeah, he lived. No, I didn't. But yeah, I think that it was a really some good games. The thing I want to talk about the most is the pick spans during Dreamhack.
It was crazy.
Really surprising.
Yeah, I mean there were some heroes that did and did not get picked. I think the most surprising to me, at least at first, was that Zeratul was not picked throughout the entire tournament.
0% pick rate.
That's pretty. Like usually after a big nerf, and he did get a pretty heavy slap on the wrist. You still will see a character picked, here and there.
Yeah.
To not see him picked at all in any of the games,
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty shocking.
And on the flip side of that, the fact that we saw Nova in a match.
I can't believe that there was a Nova, but there was no Zeratul.
Yeah, Nova did get picked during Dreamhack, and
Every Nova player is just like, I fucking told you.
I told you guys.
Did the meta.
ahead of the curve, guys.
Yeah.
Call me Nostradamus.
Yeah. So, the pick rates, see here, the heroes with 100% presence were, and I think that's either pick or ban, I believe, would be Tacitor, Kael'thas, ETC, and Tyrande. I think ETC is just showing a serious resurgence. He has been seen so much recently, obviously in this tournament. How does that make you feel, Argyle?
It's awesome, but unfortunately, that probably means he will get nerfed again.
Yeah,
I think groupies is just too strong. Like it's especially with the bruisery lineups we've seen.
Absolutely.
If you already have a Sonya or a Meriden on your team and there's an ETC pick, they're never going to die.
Yeah, and then usually it's combined with Uther. There's just no way. Like, how do you kill that Sonya? You can't, pretty much. She's almost unstoppable unless she really makes a huge grave error. And the argument, there's a lot of arguments here and there, because groupies is very powerful even without taking Prog Rock at 1. Like, even if you take the increased power slide at 1, which is very good talent also, groupies still heals for a ton, like more than Karazim's AoE heal at the same level. Wow.
The downside to it is that the people have to stay surrounding ETC to get the benefit.
You have to hug that cow.
Yeah.
To get healed.
That cow.
Hug that cow.
It's got to be a group hug situation.
Exactly.
That's called groupies.
That's why they're groupies.
Yeah, they're all over. You're just all over them. Yeah.
But that said, ETC is very good at positioning, and we'll put him in those situations where he can heal his team. And it's so powerful. It's gotta get nerfed. And it probably will get nerfed.
I think the rise of ETC really has a lot to do with Uther as well. The fact that you can combine Uther with ETC and have a mosh pit with the divine intervention.
So you can't get stunned out of it. It's gonna last. Yeah,
and then all you have to, again, that makes your mosh pit so much more valuable because now you're not worried like, oh, what if I only hit 2 people with it? That's okay. You'll still be safe throughout it, and then we'll lock down those 2 heroes and they'll be dead.
Yeah, you'll be able to kill probably one of those heroes, if not both of them, depending on who you lock down.
It's just funny because all 4 of those 100% presence heroes really work well together too.
Yeah. ETC, Kael'thas, yeah.
They are very, very explosive.
And Tacitor even.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So I think that it was a really awesome tournament, and I don't know if ETC will get banned or not. I don't see not banned. I think that groupies might get nerfed a little bit. Probably so it's not like having a tiny Lily on your team.
Right. Yeah. And I think honestly, hopefully it's just enough of a slap on the wrist where it's still strong, but not necessarily as strong as it is, because I would still love to see ETC in pro play, obviously, and I'm incredibly biased about that. I would just hate for him to be one of those never picked again kind of heroes.
Right, you don't want to get the Diablo treatment or the Stitches treatment.
But that said, he's still incredibly powerful with that increased stun that he got recently on the power slide and the increased knockback range and cooldown reduction. I think he's just in a good position all around, and people are realizing that he's definitely tanky. It's weird that I see people complain that he's not tanky enough. Yeah, that's a common complaint.
I just made a really weird face. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just seems absolutely crazy to me for somebody to say that ETC is not tanky.
He has a self-heal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how could you not think
he's very self-sufficient.
Yeah.
That's great.
The last thing I want to talk about is how often Infernal Shrines was played, because it was the 3rd most played map, essentially. And that
yeah.
seems really strong, considering I know how much people absolutely just love Infernal Shrines in quick match. I don't like it either. But I think that's the exact reason why it was picked, because it was picked by a team, was a very definitive strategy on this map. They know they can win the first two Immortals, say, or I guess they're not Immortals. What are they? They're like demons.
Punishers?
Punishers. Thank you. Yes, they can win 2 Punishers and probably end up winning the game. Even at the end of the day, you really only need to win the 3rd Punisher, though. I mean, and then you'll probably win even if you lost the first 2, or just take the arcade ones. So I know, they're brutal.
It's interesting to watch pro players on that map as well, because it's a much different interaction than you see in quick match, where both teams just rush to the shrine and they fight in the shrine, struggling to get every little scrap of a skeleton protector they can. Whereas your pro players, they go in and they kill a few and then they back out and they do fighting in the lane, and then they look back and forth until somebody messes up.
Or you got to look for those pickoffs before the event actually happens.
Yeah, so
get one of their guys down before the event, before the shrine starts, then you're in a way better position.
You're not going to see a pro team go in 4v5 on a shrine. No. So if you get that pick early, you're good.
You will definitely see that in quick match, though.
Every single time.
Yep.
So it's just interesting to see like our experiences in quick match as casual players, why it might be so varied and why we don't like that map versus pro players who play it completely differently and why they would pick that map.
That being said, I still think that having a defined strategy for that map is what makes that's different. It's like, I know that if we can all get that, that's why Falstad's really good on that map, because Falstad could say soak to 10 in a lane while they're waiting, 4v5. Like that happened again in that map where they were waiting on Falstad to soak. He finished soaking, cleared the wave, and then came up, and then they can fight. That's really powerful on that map.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Yeah. The last thing I want to talk about is just like kind of some scaling differences, since we actually didn't get to it last week.
Oops.
Yeah. Oops.
Our bad.
Yeah. So
but we've had some more time to play with it, and you got to see it kind of in action.
Yeah.
In quick match and at Dreamhack.
So I actually don't notice it that much. The only thing I do kind of notice is it does mostly fix the issue of, say I'm fighting on Cursed Hollow and we win the tribute. Essentially, we win the team fight at the tribute. We tend to get the tribute now. That is like the one notable difference, I feel, unless it's a very, very, very slow fight. There's a lot of like super drawn out heroes there, like a Murky or something like that, and that's different.
There's some maps where it's way easier to tell than others. Like I have not had a game on Dragon Shrine where there's been like 15-minute fights over the first dragon.
That's true. I think within the first 10 nowadays, I think I get the dragon versus usually it'd be 12 to 15 minutes.
I mean, like it'd be bonkers how long you would fight for that first dragon. Like,
you could easily be level 13.
Constantly swapping points, unless it was just like a total stomp. But like very frequently.
That's a good point.
But now that like death timers last a little longer,
it's enough time to get to that shrine.
It's enough time to actually get the shrine and actually get it in the middle, and before someone just comes back after 4 seconds and has full health and then kills you, and it's just this eternal cycle.
That's a really good point. I didn't think about that. That's totally true.
Yeah, as far as like objectives go, it's made a huge difference. The one thing that I have noticed particularly is that you're seeing a lot of one-lane rushes right out of the gate.
I see that in pro games. I don't see it in casual games.
We've run into it on quick match. We've run into it a few times. You'll see 3 or 4 people just go crush down the first tower and wall before anything happens. And it's because the towers aren't a threat. Like, you can take bullet after bullet after bullet from those towers and not feel like you have to retreat. So they buffed the heroes, and now at the early game, those towers are no longer... You can't really stand under a tower to protect yourself. They'll chase you under it now.
Yeah.
They don't care.
And
structures definitely need a buff.
Yeah, I think that they need a buff. I think that it's made Sylvanas really powerful. I mean, she was already super powerful. Now she's just like beastly in the beginning of the game because she can run up, stop those towers. Everyone just rushes it and brings it down really fast.
Well, even
that's what happened in pro games.
Even Asmodan by himself now in quick match, he makes a huge difference because he's tanky already.
Yep.
So he can go in there with his minions. He can get right there with them up in their face and just wail on it.
That's a good point. I'm going to try some Asmodan.
Yeah,
should.
And like, it's just, I think the towers are going to need to see some kind of adjusting soonish. But
it's just funny because like in every other MOBA, towers are such an incredible threat.
Yeah.
But like diving before level 10 is an awful idea. In this game, it's like so commonplace that you forget that they're there almost, and it's just like, oh, okay, it's a tower. Like, like,
I actually didn't realize that in MOBA term, because we use the word dive. I didn't realize that in MOBA terms, what that actually means is to fight somebody underneath their tower. I had always thought this was a little bit different. I thought maybe it was diving past front line to get somebody.
Like purposely overextending to go after somebody.
Exactly. Purposely. Oh, that's a good way to say it. Oh, purposely overextending. Which you do even in other MOBAs if you can secure kill, for instance.
Absolutely.
But the reason why it's such a big deal in other MOBAs is because the towers hurt like hell and they tend to target you first if you're fighting
under them.
If you're fighting another hero under them. Yeah. So in this game, it doesn't do that at all. If you have minions on the tower, you're pretty much free to go. So I thought that was really interesting, that we use this term actually differently in heroes nowadays.
It's got a completely different meaning.
It's a different meaning. Yeah. So it's too bad that Azadan is not on the rotation this week, because I think I would really like to play him.
You'll have to wait till he comes up.
Yeah.
Which leads us into our next idea here. We have a list of all of our free heroes that are coming up. You get the free list every week, and we're gonna try to do some streaming this week. Record some games of us and a couple of our other friends playing teams of only free heroes.
Yeah. So we can prove that. Hopefully, prove in the little asterisk above it that most things can be viable, right? Or at the very least, you can have fun. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, is you want to have fun. You don't want to spend a lot of money on this game. Maybe you don't have a lot of time to play, and I understand that. So why don't you try the free heroes? So yeah, it's going to be us. We're going to be and I've also noticed that what they have under the free heroes is usually a pretty good mixture of heroes too. Mm-hmm. So you actually can create a relatively viable team. Let's face it, it's not going to be any worse than some of your quick matches. Yeah, it's
100% true. Yeah, Blizzard does a pretty good job making sure that there's not like 3 specialists or 3 supports or 3 assassins.
Though, or it'll happen sometimes. This has happened more than once in the past, and I'm glad it's not happening this week. Where it'll be like Tassadar will be the support of the week.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And people struggle with Tassadar because he doesn't heal. And,
he doesn't.
He's tough.
But this week do we just want to go down the list of who we got this week?
Let's start from the like level 15, you get Artanis, and at level, is it 12, you get Nova.
Right. When are they going to take that out? Are they ever going to take that out?
I don't think so.
They gate it. They still gate. They do not gate talents anymore, correct?
I don't know if that's gone in yet.
I don't know. I've been level 25 long enough. I have no idea.
I'll have to check.
I'll have to start another account.
Hopefully they'll take out the gating of free heroes too.
I don't know about that.
Probably not, huh?
Well, just because, especially for some of like the more challenging heroes, I wouldn't be shocked if they left that in. Because
it's what, Nova and Artanis this week that are the gated ones. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So we have Artanis, Nova, Anubarak, Tassadar, Vala, Malfurion, and Gazlo. So there's
a lot of fun you can have with that.
There is, yeah. I genuinely think so.
Even if you don't win anything, this is going to be a fun comp to play with.
Honestly, I think that you can have some really decent little things to play nice here. I know that you can have a lot of fun Gazlo plays, even though he's not considered a very professional hero. He's not even really competitive, but he's a lot of fun. So in quick matches is a really cool character to play. There's also a lot of combo potential here. I see a lot of combo potential with Vala and Gazlo, for instance. You have a Rain of Vengeance and a Gravabomb. Excellent.
You've also got a lot of zoning with Malfurion and Anubarak and Tassadar's Force Wall. You've got a lot of potential just to get people out of position. Gazlo stuns his little explodium that goes on the ground. You know, if you need to run away, you want to mess people up, part of that combo as well.
And if you put a Nova in there, you got Precision Strike as well to drop on somebody's head. So I mean, that's 3 really good ults together that could really melt a few people at once. It would take a coordinated team, but you could do it.
And it does happen on accident in quick match. It is possible. I've seen it. It's beautiful.
There's not. I mean, the tankiest character here is Anubarak, and that's saying something because he's actually not.
He's not super
tanky character. I'm really excited for Artanis this week because I have not played him yet. So
I haven't played him yet either. He's one of my few heroes left at level 1.
So we're planning on streaming on Wednesdays. We're hammering out time, but it'll be after this drops. We'll be streaming tonight, essentially, and then we'll be posting it on our YouTube probably Friday. But you guys will get to see it early if you come by and watch us. We're probably playing a few games, and we'll be on team chat, and we'll say hello to you guys if you come by. So please come by and check it out, and I'll post some highlights on Friday. Okay, so that's exciting. And if you have any ideas for what to call it, I don't really know what we should call
right
it.
now it's our weekly free stream beatdown whatever. So
Jamboree.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, that's
And-
we'd like to have something a little bit easier.
Or abbreviated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come up with a nice abbreviation. Let us know.
Mm-hmm. So what else we have on the books?
We've got some interesting things that have been mentioned by developers on things being adjusted.
Yeah. So upcoming stuff.
There's no like explanation of what's in the works right now.
It's typical Broder.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
Just
pretty
like,
typical.
yeah, we'll find out.
We're on it.
we're working.
Well,
on
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
exactly. The team's testing it, yeah.
The team is aware,
Mhm.
but a couple of things. Artanis is being looked at. People always complain that
Good.
he's just not good.
He's
No,
not.
I mean okay. There's an asterisk on he's not good. He is not good pre-16. Essentially, he has a trash late early game. I think he gets pretty strong late game, but otherwise, I mean, if you are not winning by level 16, you have a problem. And no matter what buff you get at 16, Tassiter is not going to be able to help you because he was just dead weight the entire time.
Yeah.
So
Some of the highlights of why Artanis is not good, air quotes, is the fact that his melee range is the shortest of any melee hero in the game. He has to be the closest to any enemy in order to hit them, and all of his survivability is based around auto-attacking targets.
yep, yeah. So he has really bad stick essentially.
And he has no way to close a gap except for his skill shot, which is easily avoidable if you get away from him.
Oh my god, it's so short. I have fun.
And it's pretty slow.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You can see
Yeah.
him just like like
Yeah.
throw it.
Like if you-
I'm always gonna think of it as a dreidel now. He's throwing his dreidel.
Well, if you have any kind of avoidance at all, you should not get caught in that.
No.
I can understand, like, in a choke point. I mean, like, it still has its uses.
Yeah.
Like, but
in
it's-
a choke point when there's also been some really, really good ones where I've seen some Tacitors, excuse me, not Tacitor, Artanis, like standing in a, what's called a blizzard, or for instance, and then using that to switch out of a place. I
Right.
mean, that's really
that's
awesome.
killed me. Pulled you into a flame strike.
Yep.
That sucks. I've been pulled into a beam that was left after the previous person died.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Yep.
That's not good.
So things like that, I
mean-
think that's strong-ish, but the thing is, he has to land it. Like, if he's not hitting you, he's doing 0 DPS, and so
Yeah, and if he's not hitting you, he's going to die. Like he is.
yes, that's true.
Artanis is strongest under 50% health. Like
Yeah.
that is where Artanis shines. But if he can't hit anything when he's under 50% health,
He'll
he's
die.
useless. He's
Yeah.
going to die.
Also, his standard skill shot where he kind of dashes forward and back is, like, really counterintuitive a lot of the time.
It's
like,
so bad.
it's just really strange where, okay, yeah, you will catch people out sometimes and land the finishing blow, but it's not, you can't chase with it. If you do, I don't know why, and this is just the plague of quick match, but I do see people, like, attempt to try to chase with it. And they're like, or I can only assume that's what they're doing, unless they think they're going to bring down that Malfurion from 50% health to
Yeah.
0 in one of those dive things.
It's
but
just
like,
it's poke, man. Yeah.
right, yeah. So like they'll go forward and then they'll go back and they're gone.
I'm
At that
gone.
point,
Bye.
your prey is
Yeah.
gone. Like
Yeah,
the
it's-
hunt is over.
Yeah.
You gained nothing
Yeah,
from that
exactly.
level 5.
And it's just like, I really think that if you could just cancel it, like if you could just like hit the button again and you just stop basically mid,
What if it was you can only cancel it if you hit something?
that's fine.
I think you shouldn't be able to use it to necessarily chase somebody down if you're too far away. But if you're close enough that you can hit them at the end of it, you should be able to cancel it right away and stay on them.
Or maybe just make it like a low level talent to do it, even if
Or yeah.
anywhere, kind of like Sonya with the spear.
The issue with that is
grapple.
that it would become a must take talent.
It's already a must-take talent. I don't see anybody not take it.
No, take what?
At level 16, the Zealot Charge.
Is that what that does?
Yeah,
Oh, I
at level
misunderstood
6, that's a level 16 talent. As
Oh.
long as you have your Q or whatever, where you do your multiple strikes active,
Yeah.
it becomes just a dash to your
Oh.
target.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
I was incorrect.
everybody takes it.
Yes.
So if you move that to an earlier tier, like the spear,
Mhm.
you're helping him. You're giving him some early game presence, but it's still a required
Yeah, it's just
take.
to me, it's just there are so many characters I can think of where I would just outplay him because he'll use that dash if I'm Jaina, guess what's waiting for you when you get back there?
Malfurion.
Or Kael'thas or anything. Yeah, especially Malfurion. I had the most fun in my life playing Malfurion with Cass.
Cackling.
Yeah, just cracking up because it's like, oh, get ready.
Look at this dummy.
Yeah, you ran right into
Back again for more.
Oh, just like Albie's kicking his ass, like, oh, nerd.
I think one of the best things that I've seen with that is that he gets to the end of his, like the end of that dive, and then he gets stunned. Because then he doesn't get to go back. He's stuck. If you trap him on the other side of a wall with that, he's hosed.
Yeah.
He's very dead.
Yeah.
But as it stands right now, he's just kind of like a bad Sonya.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just not happening. And then the other person who's getting reworked is Nova.
Once again, no idea what's being done. But she's getting some kind of an adjustment. Tune up, tune down, who knows?
I don't think she's going to get too tuned up or down. I mean, that might be invariably what happens. However, I think it's more of a talent rework is kind of what they're looking, because she has really only one build or two. There's like a couple of flexible talents, and even then people will give you a side eye if you kind of take a different talent.
Yeah.
I know I take advanced cloaking. I get yelled at. Like
I like playing the railgun build from time to time. And it's
Casuals.
Hilarious. It's
disgusting.
hilarious.
It's dirty.
I
Gross.
love it.
It's gross. Yeah, it's kind of fun, but then you're just like a shitty Raynor.
Yeah.
I mean, really, at the end of the day, you're just like a shitty Raynor.
It's true.
Yeah.
But it's still fun. So once again, no idea what's happening with her, but something is happening.
Yeah. They're gonna make her boobs
tested.
bigger, her butt bigger, and then those parts. No. Also, those parts will not be stealth, so it's just her tits and ass running through.
Careful, you're gonna make some people way too happy with this episode.
I don't think that's right.
I looked it up. Broder said it.
Checked his Twitter.
I checked his Twitter.
She's got the inside leak.
Oh,
She knows.
yeah.
I know what's up. Broder is my friend. But yeah, and then the last thing that's upcoming, and I don't think it's out next week. It will probably be out the week after, but Lunara is coming.
Right. Once again, if Blizzard keeps on their 3-week schedule, we should see Lunara next Tuesday. If they stay on it. Now we've got Thanksgiving that just came up. We've got Christmas coming up this week, and then we've got New Year's. So that
Christmas isn't this week.
Not this week. This month.
Christmas is this week. Valentine's Day is this week.
Don't forget Easter. I want my chocolate bunnies.
Is on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, Christmas is this month as well. So we're gonna see. We got a lot of holidays that might mess up their stuff. But if we see they stick to their 3 weeks, we should see Lunara next week.
Yeah, I think we might get her 1 week late just because of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I think that might happen, but
there have been a couple other heroes that were 4 weeks and not 3. So
yeah, Cho'Gall was a 4-week gap.
Also, that'll put Greymane hopefully around New Year, probably a little bit into the New Year. So that probably makes most sense to me. But anything could happen.
We also don't have the teasers or anything for Lunara yet, as far as her videos go.
Those typically drop like a couple days before they're actually.
Cho'Gall was like literally the day of.
So who knows? Who knows what's happening? But she is the next hero coming, and we should hopefully see her soon. I'm excited. I love playing her at BlizzCon.
You can't keep talking about it.
No, I can't. I love Lunara.
That's all you've been able to talk about.
It's true. I like that.
Since
No other
BlizzCon.
words. No
In
other
bed,
words.
everything. No,
Lunara. Yeah.
Lunara.
I'm sorry. She's my wife.
Yeah, she's a waifu. Totally.
But no.
I do like her too. I think she's going to be really fun. Again, she's a very highly agile hero that I think will add something refreshing to the game, and also will be one shot, one kill, easy pickings on our other team occasionally. Yeah.
Yeah, if
she's just paper, man.
she is paper.
Yeah.
Like Nova won't even have to have that much gathering power to make her go poof.
Poof. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, she does kind of look like a cannon fodder for Nova. Although no, she'll be hard as hell to hit.
Yeah.
Well, not just that, but all the Nova stuff is all like ability power stuff. So if you take all that anti-magic stuff, then
that's all.
She'll bite that bullet out of the air.
With her teeth, like.
But that's still a little bit later in the game, though.
Yeah.
Like early game, she's gonna have a problem if Nova's on the other team. But
right. But then after that, if she just hits her, she can slow her, and then she's probably dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that.
So does the Wisp reveal?
Yes.
Like stealth?
Oh, actually, I'm not sure about that.
No, it does not do.
Or it's just like a.
It's just vision.
Like
it's like it's a weaker scouting drone.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not Oracle. It's more like.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's more like creep. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you can see an area.
That'd be bonkers.
No, that'd be OP as crap.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be funny if that was like a talent like on the Wisp tree. Like maybe once you relocated it, it revealed.
I don't remember what's on that talent, but I don't think that's one of them.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out
next week, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Soonish.
So
TM
soon.
Let's also. There's one more thing we can talk about today, and I think that's Liquid Chris's tier list that was posted on Reddit. So Team Liquid has been, or Chris on Team Liquid, I should say, he's a recent addition, I believe, has kindly provided a tier list of all the heroes. He put up builds for everyone, multiple builds. I mean, like Jaina, for instance, has like 5 builds, which is crazy. I didn't think there'd be that many.
I knew of 2.
Yeah, there's quite a few. It's pretty awesome. It looks like he plays her, I believe. So I think
that would make sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of different things to talk about her. But I think that the most interesting thing on there were his just his rankings of the heroes. It's not that surprising considering what we talked about earlier, but ETC is on the top of the Warriors list.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I know. Let's get excited.
ETC's glory is back.
It's true. He's back again. All right. So,
And it's also funny to see a lot of the heroes that were picked very prominently during Dreamhack move up a lot in the ranks. So like Falstad and Thrall, both like
yes.
are ranked fairly high also.
Yes. So the top 3 warriors he has listed are ETC, Mirrodin, and Tyrael. So I'm a little bit surprised on see Johanna there. However, I think that, again, kind of like in this post-BlizzCon world right now, there's a lot of Tyrael happening, and I think people are seeing how good Sanctification actually is, and like in pro play anyway.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
And Mirrodin is just so solid. I mean, he does a lot of damage. He's just tanky as hell.
He's got a lot of control. He's got a great escape. He's really hard to not just look at and go, yeah, we want that guy. We want that derf.
But I think, like you said, like just because ETC synergizes so incredibly well with 3 bruiser builds plus Kael'thas, essentially, that's kind of like a meta with him.
Like if you saw those 3 top warriors on one team, it really wouldn't be shocking.
No, it's not. Yeah. Then the range assassins, he's split up melee and range assassins. So
It's probably fair.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we got Kael'thas, Falstad, and Jaina as a top 3 there.
No shock again.
Not really any surprise there. I think
I'd say the only surprise is like Vala's not up there because she would get picked.
Vala is
a
actually
lot.
close to the bottom.
Which is surprising because she was a very, very popular competitive pick for a long time.
I think that
Especially with how versatile she was.
I think it's just that the other ones, it's not that Vala is not strong.
Right.
It is just because the other range assassins are so strong.
She doesn't have that blow up potential.
No, she's more sustained.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I mean, because we're talking about Kael'thas and Jaina. I mean, Kael'thas is like a really explosive Jaina, and Jaina's already explosive.
Yeah, when you're looking at teams that have a ton of health that you have to chew through, you need to do it quickly. Otherwise, they're just going to get healed back. So your sustained DPS is not what you want in this current meta. So
and then as an honorable mention there, Raynor is next on the list with that giant killer kind of thing. I mean, that's probably why he's up there.
Yeah, well, his
also
attack speed.
the zoning of Hyperion. Is
Hyperion zoning, and his attack speed can get outrageous.
And he buffs everyone else too.
Yeah, so his W, along with Berserk, once you get it, makes him attack super, super fast.
I don't know if people are taking Berserk as much in pro. I believe they're still taking the stopping shot, essentially the one.
First target hit with the W or with the Q stuns.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so hard not to take that because you can take that paired with Giant Killer and Executioner.
Right.
And everything just melts. Everything just dies.
Top 3 supports. I was actually slightly surprised by this, but then again, I don't really know what I would put in the 3rd slot. But we have number 1 is Uther. Totally not a surprise. Number 2, Karazim. Not a surprise. I've seen him a lot.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Brightwing, which I don't know. I guess I was just surprised because I know she got nerfed a few months ago, and she seems good, but again, not quite where she was. The 4th one is really surprising. The honorable mention here is Lieutenant Morales. I thought Morales would be lower on this list. Wow. But I think people are starting to, the pros anyway, are learning how to play her. And
it's that positioning thing that pros are really, really good at.
Again, it's positioning, and you're talking about 3 bruisers, right? You're talking about 3 bruisers that can protect her.
Yep.
I mean, that's a hell of a front line to get to Morales.
Yep.
So I feel like you're seeing less pressure on healers now, unless she's completely out of position, then of course you can take her down easily, but otherwise, the front line's just too strong. So
yeah, with Brightwing, like everybody, when they took away all of her healing and nerfed her that way, I was like, oh, she's garbage. But once again, people have figured out that shielding is great, especially when you've got 3 big bruisers again, because you can give them shields before everything starts.
Yeah, I think shielding and global presence is really what makes Brightwing
the
excellent.
mobility definitely.
Yeah.
And the block. We're seeing a lot of mobility with our teams.
Falstad and Brightwing. Well, I think a lot of it has to do with just being able to stay in lane longer, to get that extra bit of experience, because you get to milk a lot with her. She can lane okay by herself with just, dropping her pixie dust on the ground or whatever it is. And,
and that was her strategy before too.
Yep.
But before, what you could do is you could promote a minion and then leave.
Yeah.
The problem is promote is garbage now.
Yeah.
And,
it's just not good.
Yeah, and so with that leaving her toolbox and her healing getting nerfed again, like Oakley was talking about, everyone just goes like, well, she's trash now.
Yeah, but apparently not as trash.
Things change.
I think a lot of it has to do with learning, right? I mean, you just have to remember how to figure out how to learn this new character, but initially you're like, I can't play her the way I used to, so she feels like garbage.
Yeah, it's that knee-jerk reaction that you see all the time.
Well, and pro teams can't afford to play a character like garbage. It's just not going to happen.
Of course,
no.
Yeah. Same. That's why you didn't see any Morales initially and now. And when you did see Morales picked, say it like BlizzCon, she got blown up.
Destroyed.
Yeah, destroyed.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she got dived and it was over.
it was over. Our top 3 specialists, again, I think this is no surprise. Number 1's Abathur.
Not shocking.
Just really
So
good in the capable hands. He is just best slug. Sylvanas, again,
Of course,
I mean,
yeah.
top. We talked about her a lot. She's one of my favorite heroes. So I mean,
Same.
Yep, and Zagara, again, another
Yep.
one of my favorite heroes.
Not
Super high
surprising.
damage. Vision is incredible on so many of these maps. So it's
Yeah, and her creep lets her move faster. So
It's funny because a lot of these heroes that we're talking about are a lot of the heroes that we talked about.
Yeah, they are.
The heroes to start with.
It is. It's true. Let's see here. There's only 3 quote unquote special warriors. I think essentially what he's listing here are kind of like bruisers. And those are Sonya, Rexar, and Artanis. So Artanis is at the end of that list because he has to go somewhere, I think.
Rexar, really?
Rexar is considered a special warrior in this case because he's not really like other warriors, and he is kind of bruisery. He's also very like PvE
That's true.
oriented.
That's true.
So he's not really like other warriors. He's a harassing solo laner, kind of is what he's meant for. So.
I still don't like Rexar.
No,
Even
I'm,
after
I'm sad to see him on that list and not Chen.
Chen is on the bottom of the warriors list.
That's tragic.
I'm sorry, my good Argyle. He is at the bottom of the warriors list, so he is not. There is no appreciation for Chen in the pro
They'll
scene.
learn.
By Team Liquid anyway.
I'm gonna call it now.
Yeah.
Chen will be a meta pick.
Chen's gonna be a meta. You do see him. I mean, even he was picked before Zero Tool at Dreamhack.
We did see him in Dreamhack.
Yeah.
And he won.
And he won.
He destroyed Rexar.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I just don't like Rexar still. Even with his adjustments, I can't.
No.
He's too unwieldy still for me.
I think it's a pro player thing. I think it's a micro thing that's really hard. Lost Vikings, for instance, the honorable mention on the specialist is the Lost Vikings. Again, that's a very like highly micro.
They're
thing.
so good in the right hands.
Hard.
If you get somebody that knows how to play Lost Vikings, they will do amazing things.
Okay, we got melee assassins. So
Isn't there only 3 melees?
pretty much right. We got Thrall, and then Kerrigan.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then Illidan, number 3 on there.
Yep.
So and then followed by Zeratul and Butcher are the last 2 there.
Oh, that's right. Those 2 do exist.
Yeah, they do exist. Not in pro games usually.
No.
I haven't seen much Butcher after that whole Zuna fiasco.
Oh man.
Man, I haven't seen like Butcher. Period. Like not even in quick match.
No,
No.
he doesn't come
Does
up much.
anyone play Butcher anymore?
I mean, I do occasionally.
Hit that like button if you play Butcher.
Like, comment, subscribe. If you play Butcher, every Butcher player is like, yeah! We've become the Dirty Casual Butcher podcast.
If you play Butcher, we'll interview you.
Oh my god. You're like, this poor sap plays Butcher in Hero
Get a
League.
load of this guy. It's not even his free week and you're playing Butcher. You have the
Master Skin?
Please tell us what motivates you to keep playing this guy week after week after week.
No, honestly, I mean, I like Butcher. I think that he's good, especially now there's not a lot of people playing him as much anymore. You just have to be really freaking careful. I think people just, he's a lot like Illidan in the sense that even you commit, you have to kill somebody or get the hell out. Like, that is your job. You don't just stay in there because they have a lot of the same mechanics. They heal themselves. They have a dive mechanic essentially, which is just a little tankier than Illidan because Illidan has more self-healing. So I think that honestly, I don't think that they're necessarily on the same league as far as how to play them, but I mean, I think they're totally viable in at least quick match and possibly hero league, depending on what happens. The last two are just off supports, and I mean, I think they're more or less equal, and that's Tyrande and Tacitor.
Right.
Yeah.
Tyrande is above Tacitor a little bit, which makes sense because I mean she has incredibly good utility.
She's very versatile.
She can dump out a ton of damage and do some reasonable healing all at the same time.
Yeah, I mean I think she can solo heal now. I mean I solo heal as Tyrande all the time, and I honestly have 10. No issue.
That change to her ultimate was incredible, and it's pretty much exactly what she needed.
Yeah. I would agree.
I think that it really made her way, 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 way more viable as a character overall, and just I mean, she really just...
Not once have I heard someone be like, man, remember when her ultimate used to reveal people too? And that was cool, but now it's like, hey, remember how that ultimate like heals me to full now? Yeah. No matter where I am.
Oh, you know how everybody's at full health, but we want to sneak up on everybody as a team? Look, let's use this ultimate and ambush them in the middle of the map.
The craziest thing about it is that it's like never wasted. It's one of the things about that ultimate is that you almost never waste it unless there's absolutely zero engagement happening. You cannot pretty much waste it. If you're engaging, you're disengaging. Even in the middle of a fight is so disorienting and it breaks targeting. That it makes people blow AoEs. It does a whole bunch of stuff.
It's awful. Like the first couple of times I saw that go off in quick match, it's like everybody just vanished. Like, what happened? Where'd they go? Yeah. Oh God, they're right here. Mm-hmm. And it was really disorienting and very confusing at first.
Yeah. So it's been a busy week. I think you can find this talent build in the this tier list. I'll go ahead and link it in the show notes, and you can take a look at it and let us know what you think. But I mean, otherwise, that's pretty much it for this week.
One other thing before we start getting out of here, we are now also on iTunes.
Oh, well, yeah, I know. I mean, we're gonna. Yeah. Well, yeah, we are on iTunes, and we're going to be on. Yes, of course. That's how you found us, right?
Right.
Yeah, we're on iTunes, and we're working on Stitcher as well. We are going to have our Twitch channel, which we talked about a little bit earlier. So let's go ahead and just do every little plug. Our Twitch channel is Dirty Casual Show. Our Twitter is @DirtyCasual. And then you can find us on iTunes if you just look up Dirty Casual. Let's close this out. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Thank you, everybody.
This show is part of the Frozen Fox Radio Network. Be sure to follow us on Twitter @FrozenFoxRadio. Also, visit us at FrozenFoxRadio.com for information about this and all of our other shows. Frozen Fox Radio, cool things for you to listen to.